to another episode of Lies My Vagina Told Me. This episode is called Sexty, because baby, it ain't your mama's 60. And today's guest is Jamaican-born Canadian New Yorker Kimberly Huie. She is an actress, a writer, a producer, and known for self-made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, The Kings of Napa, produced by Oprah Winfrey, Blacklist, Rookie Blue, Grey's Anatomy. I mean, too many to mention. But to me, she has not only been my muse since I cast her as Roxy in my TV show G-Spot, but lucky for me, she has been one of my dearest and closest friends. Ladies and gents, please welcome the ageless, the timeless, and the incredible Miss Kimberly Huie. Welcome. How is
This is fun.
It's so fun because I'm interviewing the people I love the most in the world, and everyone's like, "You're gonna have to interview someone you don't know," and I'm like, "Why?"
Ooh,
I mean,
ooh.
this is
Well, you
fun.
know, so many people, it'll take a minute before you get to the unknown list
We'll
anyway. So,
see. We'll see. We'll see. I am calling this episode Sexty because, well,
Mhm.
I am on the cusp. I am 58 and a half, but you, my friend, if I may say so, are on the
Mhm.
super cusp of this.
I'm on the super cusp, like the super moon. Yeah,
You're on the
it's
super
it's
cusp.
it's it's big and looming.
And gorgeous and gorgeous because I don't know anyone who has rebirthed or resurrected like you have. Not only are you starring in all these films, but do I have this right, Miss Huie? You are also back on the fucking runway, modeling again after, is it 30 years?
At least, yes.
30 years
Yeah,
in New York
yeah,
Fashion
30
Week,
plus.
just shy of your 60th, sexiest birthday. I wanted you to talk about a little bit of this journey of yours of, of, of bringing back all your powers, all your gifts, all your talents. And there are more to
Mm.
discuss at this time in your life. It's so fucking inspirational.
I've heard it before. It almost sounds like, oh, yes, it's like one of those things you hear, and it's just a thing you hear. But once you actually start to experience it, that no fucks to give phase of life, it's a real thing. And it feels so empowering. I know that's a very overused word, but
No, it's not.
I mean,
Use it.
it is what it is. When I started acting, I and I had stopped modeling. I was like, I'm just an actor. I don't do that anymore. It was this thing in the rear view. I didn't want to be associated. I bent over backwards, like no makeup and just like be as plain as this whatever.
Yeah.
And now at this period of my life, I don't care. I'll turn up how I turn up. And it was just doing that that this happened.
It's
And
really,
somebody asked me, would you be interested in walking a show? And I said, uh, yeah. Actually, I should say that the designer, Maria McManus, she's amazing. And she's a female woman's woman, in terms
yeah.
of design and her ethos and her aesthetics. I was like, this is so cool. And then from that, another thing came where somebody saw me in her clothes and said, hey, would you ever do a campaign? And I did this jewelry campaign.
Which is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. This is where we're going
And
to,
then
yes.
the casting person for Rachel Comey reached out from the jewelry campaign. And so I walked my first New York Fashion Week.
It's crazy. How many years had you been retired as a fucking how many?
30 plus, I mean, 35, 34.
Oh, how I
Yeah.
wanted to be a model. I wanted it so badly. It was a whole 104 pounds when I moved here, but I was 5'6" and a half lying to be 5'7", so it was not to be, my friend. Nope. I want to say something to everybody out there. We are talking about sexty, and I'm actually not afraid of sexty because those who are going before me are so fucking powerful and amazing, like my dear friend Miss Kimberly Huie. But when I had turned 50, 50, ladies and gentlemen, it was 8.5 years ago, I didn't feel that good about it. I didn't know how to feel about it, but I was a little fucked up. And I remember we went to the Whitney together and we had a little glass of wine, and you let out these wise words. Well, I don't even know if we can call it a word. You just went, well, when I feel that way, I just go, pff. Do you remember that, KK? You said, pff. I'm like, what's fuff? And you're like, what is it, KK?
Fuck it. I'm 50.
Fuck it, I'm 50. Well, that blew my fucking head open. And I'm like, KK, that's a brand. That's a brand. And guess what? Lo and behold, this woman comes up with this campaign, this diamond campaign. We were going to call it Fuck It, I'm 50, but then we thought, Fuck It, I'm Fabulous, because we are at any age. And she comes up with, it's a female empowerment campaign called Rings for the Middle Finger. Be fabulous at any age, right? This is my brilliant friend. This is my brilliant friend. The ideas that I just don't know where they come from. So you got me through 50. But I have to tell you, because of everything you're doing, I'm excited for Sexty. I am. I'll probably start modeling.
I am excited. I'm excited now. I was a little bit like, what? I can't even believe, first of all, that it's already here.
Right, because what are we not
Like, do
good
the
at?
tens go faster? I don't know.
What are we not good at? Math. What's your saying about math?
I was told it'd be no math. I just thought I would just show up. Um,
Yeah.
honestly, though, that is the best thing. That is the best. Just show up, full heart, curious, and willing. That's the thing. Like I've been maybe more willing. I don't even know that it's like I'm fearless now, but that I'm willing. And I
Yes.
think that that's the difference.
Oh, I'm still
Is
scared shitless. I'm scared before every podcast, and I fully say I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm fucking doing it.
yeah, I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to put my neck out there and try something new and grow and keep the gray cells like, working,
Yeah,
right? It
you can
can't it
start.
can't just be Wordle and crosswords.
Can't even do
So,
Wordle. I say that you are my muse, and I've written many, 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 many scripts uh, that I'm sure will all get made when I'm dead. But you are a muse in every single script that I have written, in all my HBO show, 38, to everything I write, because I just want to work alongside you. I just want to be in your orbit. I just want to spend time with you. And I was doing a little sizzle for my show Anticlimactic, and you were working because you've been working like a crazy lady all over the world, and I couldn't have you. And it was painful. It was painful not to have you in it. It was painful not to have you in it. So if I got lucky, you and I would just do absolutely everything together forever. Aren't you lucky?
I'm so lucky. Get that shit produced. Let's do it.
Let's talk about this. Let's be honest and let's talk about it. Like, obviously, I walked away from an acting career at 41, which is, ladies and gentlemen, a fucking stupid ass decision that the regime was like, we don't need it anymore. But people went in their 50s and their early 50s. A lot of actresses that I know making that transition, trying to figure out who they are now that they're not,
Mhm.
27, went through a lull in their acting career. And you also experienced this. You did other things, you taught, you did all sorts of things, but you pulled it back at such a great level.
When you're in it, you don't feel all of these things. You're in it and you're going, what is going on? I don't feel this age that everybody's like putting on me or saying that I'm too old for these parts anymore.
Yeah.
And and so you end up taking this step, or let me just claim it. I took this step back. I did take a step back. I wasn't ever, I'm done. I
No,
didn't
never.
say I quit, but I was just, okay, you know what? Let's see what else there is out in this world. And I came east. I came east, young woman, old woman. Um,
Gorgeous woman.
go west, young man, come east, old
Yeah,
woman.
come East woman.
Uh, and and a couple things happen. I found a new family in New York. I started Pilates. I started Pilates through 6 degrees of separation, friends and friends, and I started this company, No Farm Method. She's doing something revolutionary. The classes are hybrid of reformer Pilates and Cadillac. And I was like, what is this? body's never felt this.
I couldn't move for a week. I couldn't move for a week. I said, but when she says she started this little Pilates, please, she's one of the greatest absolute master teachers in the city. Impossible to get into. It's the most unbelievable studio. I do like super slow and all this kind of training, and nothing kicked my Jewish tushy like this class. So every time you do something, KK, it's at such a high level. It's at such a fucking high level. I mean, it changed your life, right? Getting into that kind of shape. The one
And it
class,
was at the Pilates studio that I met
yes.
the first designer.
See?
Yeah.
See, like,
Mhm.
actually, ladies and gentlemen, if you leave your house, which I have to remind myself, leave the house, things can fucking happen. How one thing led to another. And it was also, I think, during a period of the strike or something where you said, okay, I'll take this course. I mean, it was a time where you couldn't work,
Yes.
and you added
Just
another layer of power to your resilient, amazing life. Like, you did not know that doing this would it's what really led you to your modeling career again, isn't it?
it is exactly that, and it is exactly that willingness to just try something new, to be curious about something else, to push myself to see what I can do. I mean, the first time I got on the machines, I was like, no, my
So
yoga
hard.
body's not made for this, which is a lie. We make up these stories for ourselves, but always keep exploring, always keep. I mean, I tell this to all of my friends. The older ones and the younger ones, older family members, everybody. Like, you got to keep moving. You got to move it or lose it.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
And move everything. Like, challenge yourself mentally too, to try something new, even if you don't feel fearless, just to feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I can
I,
try something new.
I had many years where I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And I was going through all these development things and all that. And then when I was approached to do this, I was like, I don't know how to do it. I don't even watch them. How do I do it? And then something just, and my producer said, well, you're probably not ready. Let's wait. Let's do it next. I was like, no, let's do it now. I'm never going to be completely ready. What are we ready for? Like, fuck it.
Exactly. And how do you know what are we ready? Are we bred? Like, it's ready? We've risen. Now we can
Well,
go. What?
we have risen. We are rising. What did we say? We said, fuck it, I'm 50. And what I like to say, suck it, I'm 60. Suck, suck, suck. I've known you since you're a very young woman, and you've known me since I'm a young woman. We met in our 20s, I think, right? We worked
We
together
first met,
in
yeah.
our 30s.
And the first time we met through a mutual friend, our friend Stephen.
Yes.
And
I know what you're going to
and
say.
he was very thrilled to introduce these two Canadian actresses.
Yeah.
And what was your take? You were like, she's not an
Well,
actress.
yeah, I
She's
was
a
a little
model
bit.
turned actress.
Yeah, I was a little snobby. I was like, she's not a real actress. She's a model turned actress.
I was like, I'm going to circle in the square, lady.
Such
But
putts, such a putts. No, when I finally got it together and it was time to cast this role that was based on a friend of mine. All of G Spot was based on friends of mine. Most of them are no longer my friends. Oh, be careful what you write. But then I got some new ones. I just knew it was you. I mean, they wanted me to do a casting, and I was like, "There's no casting. It's Kimberly Huie." There's just like, so I don't know what Kool-Aid I drank to think like you weren't fucking cool enough to play with me, because I wasn't gonna make the show without you. You were playing a friend of mine, because G Spot was all about her friends and based on all my real friends, and you were, if I am correct, you were married to a character, a man who was transitioning. And I looked it up, and we were 10 years before that show, Transparent, having a trans character on the show. What's wrong with you? You're a freak. And it was based on a neighbor of mine in like the 80s in Côte Saint Luc, Montreal, Canada, where one of our neighbors, the man, had a sex change, transitioned into being a woman, but stayed married to his wife. So they were now in a lesbian relationship. So I had never heard of anything like that. I had never seen anything like that. And You were so brilliant in this part. How was that to play that? You were the
First
first.
of all, I cannot believe, I know so much of the show is based on experiences and friendships. This is the first time you're ever telling me.
No.
I don't know about the St. Luke neighbors.
Oh my God, yes. I thought
This is revolutionary.
this was based on a real person, and she did not transition to a beautiful woman. She did not. And so she was sort of the talk of this little Yenta town of ours. And I just thought it was so brave and fantastic. And I
Ah,
wanted to
well,
write about this, but stayed married
but they stayed together.
to
Unlike our characters.
Ray. You guys, I think, I can't even fucking remember, but I think,
Well, we were already estranged when the series started.
right.
It was just me and my daughter, who, and that was the other layer on top of that is it was an interracial couple, and
Yeah.
she presented white,
White.
and that was a whole other layer in our story.
Again, true story based on my friend's daughter, who was a blonde and blue-eyed white girl who was a tiny bit racist, but she was black.
It's
I
actually things that have happened in your past. It's bananas. I do remember this. I remember that you gave me one of my favorite lines that I ever got to say. I can't, and I still remember it. This is what, 20 years ago? We're having a discussion, me and the ex, and it's something about, what what went wrong, how come we couldn't make it work? And I got to say, you should have thought of that before you started tucking it. And I walk out the door. The best parting line ever.
I love a good tuck. Well, it's funny because this show is about La Vagine, at least the choices my vagine made for me, but I truly always wanted a penis. I fucking wanted a penis. I was fascinated by them. I drew them in art class all the time, even before I had actually seen one. I was obsessed with with what that felt like, what that must feel like to just fuck everything.
And it's a tool, we call it, right? And
Well,
it's a
for
powerful thing. It's powerful imagery. Of course, as strong women, we gravitate to powerful things, and we always want what we don't have.
that,
There's that.
yeah.
I think I went through a whole phase of that too.
Is that
You
a
know,
normal
I
thing?
just wanted to,
Yeah.
I was like, let me stand behind you and pretend it's me.
Oh, I did that.
I want to shake
And
it.
like this, it's very hard for me not to. I just want to know what that's like.
Are there X-rated podcasts? Is this like,
But I just got my producer, Dr. Princess Leia, who is saving my life because I don't know what I'm doing. She just gave us a report that on one of these podcast things that we're like the number one podcast for the week and for the month, and we're number one in sexy podcasts. And I'm like, is it sexy? Okay, I don't know. So I really don't. I really was completely surprised, and because oh.
the kids teach me these things?
I'm doing it in the dark. I love being ignorant. It's like a superpower. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't know how to write a TV show. I didn't know how to do fucking anything. I don't know how to do this. So I don't look at the numbers. I let her do that. And I pay my editor in sushi and we just try to get these shows done. That's it.
Um, I'm going to dispute that you know nothing. I think that you have an internal guidance that is just you're like an alien where you just know things. Your tentacles are out and you just know, and you don't know how to write a TV show, but you did, and you wrote a hit one.
Thank you so much. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I channel my mom or I channel some groovy witchy poo ancestors up there, but no, I don't really. I don't like to know too much. If I never studied writing, I never really studied acting, and I like to not be 100% sure because if I dissect it, the technical part of how to do this correctly, I feel like I lose some of whatever magic has formed.
Mm.
Like I do not understand how get these structures for these shows the way they fly out of my regime, mama. Well, no, I joke with I have a friend who's a little older than us and she hasn't had sex in a while and I'm like, spats, you're gonna fly out. You gotta get that going.
Speaking of which, you know what I was just thinking of? I was thinking, do I have any vagina, vagina adjacent
Right,
stories of my
right.
career? Because I know that you have many.
Well, because I let it guide me, but I think you are way smarter than me. I don't know that did you let that guide you?
I did not let it guide me, but I was allowed to let it be a very big part of a role that I played in a horror movie, a Hollywood horror movie, part of the Wishmaster franchise.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was okay. I can't watch a horror movie because I'm just such a scary cat.
Me neither.
Uh, but I was excited to be a part of one, right? Because when you're behind the scenes, it's not so scary. Even better when they give you the script and you realize that your character gets to experience death by orgasm.
What?
Because it's Wishmaster. And so how you die, the evil genie, it grants your wish to the max.
Uh,
Creating.
you
Yes.
never fucking told me this, and I need to watch it. And which one is it? We all need to watch it.
It's Wishmaster 4. And I literally say, I wish I could have some killer sex.
Oh, shit. Be careful what you wish for. Wow. Little death and a lot of rebirth. It's a wonderful way to go, Miss KK. We are both fortunate enough to be in glorious New York in the fall. My favorite time. We are both Canadian girls. You are a Jamaican Canadian. I am a Montreal Canadian. What are you excited to see on Broadway? What have you seen? You are someone that seems to get to the most glorious shows always. I mean, you're so involved.
Well, I did just see Liberation. It's such a big, broad topic, women's lib from the 70s. But I think she did a really great job with the story that she was telling.
Who stars in it?
Susanna Flood, and it's an ensemble, but I guess she would be the main. Um, and amazing, brave, bold performances. But who I'm very excited about, and I will literally go and see her read a phone book. Ms. Laurie Metcalf is doing Little Bear Ridge Road. Little Bear Ridge Road, yes.
Can we go together?
I've already seen it and she's playing, but you know what? I would go back.
She's
I'll
seen
go back.
everything. And
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. There's so much I haven't seen.
okay,
There's
well,
so much
there's
I
so
haven't.
much I haven't seen because I just got here. I want to see lots of theater. I want to go to the museums. I want to take in New York. What do I like to say? I say this, ladies and gentlemen. I have three great loves in my life. And I say New York is my husband, Venice is my lover, and LA is my pimp.
LA's your pimp.
It's where I work. Or it used to be where I work. I mean, we work from wherever your fucking computer is now. But I'm loyal to New York. It's my first love. My mother brought me here when I was 9 years old. And then it took me till 19 to move back.
Wait, you never came back between 9 and 19?
I came back at 17 and I had
Oh,
I had a foursome, but I was a virgin, so I was sort of the boring one. And I went, I'm moving here.
how do you have if you're,
How
yeah.
do you have a foursome when you're a 17-year-old virgin? Well, your friend fucks both of them and you kiss both of them and you call it a day. And they go, boring. I had a foursome in the address right next door to where I live now. And I proclaimed after that fun foursome, I'm going to move to this street in New York. And I live right next door to the infamous virginal foursome.
Your vagina is just full of stories.
She's full of
There's
stories.
so many stories.
I wanted to get my lovely friend David Duchovny on the show. He has his own podcast. He was a little podcasted out and he said, aren't you going to run out of vagina stories? And I'm like,
Am I?
yeah, maybe, but it'll take a while. We got
And
time.
in the ninth season,
In the mind of my tales from the crypt of the vagina. A producer that I want to have on, he's just such a badass because I really just not only want to interview the people that I love so that the world gets to hear their stories and know them, but in empowering amazing women, right? Like we're all birthed through that wonderful vessel. And she holds many, 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 many sacred powers in our life. I want to this show to be empowering for women because for me, I tortured myself for many years, and I know all artists do, like the mistakes or the perceived mistakes we made. We did this wrong. We should have done that. I mean, God damn it. I was offered the cover of Playboy. Do you not wish my 58-year-old ass had that cover now? Do you know that after Red Shoe Diaries? And I said, no, because I'm a serious actress and I don't want to be on Playboy. Even my mother was like, are you crazy? I also once I had a meeting for James Bond to be a Bond girl. It was the Pierce Bronson one. And for some reason, Oliver Stone was the director at the time. I don't think he stayed the director, but the meeting was with him. And
For James Bond. Okay.
I talked him out of it. I was like, you don't want me as a Bond girl. I mean, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so dumb. I mean, this vagina was just, she's like, that's what we'll do. We'll have a meeting with Oliver Stone and we'll tell him not to cast.
Not to take me. No.
Yeah. So, you know, but you never
Well,
did stupid things like that. You were not dumb.
okay, first of all, let's not say we're dumb. Let's say we
Qualified.
made some ill-advised decisions. I have read scripts that I thought, because I didn't get it,
Yep.
I could say I'm dumb, but no, I didn't get it, or I misunderstood what I was reading. And and I walked back into the agency and I said, this is in early days in Hollywood. And I said, I'm really not interested in being any part of this. This is, And they were like, Julianne Moore is attached. And then I had to like backpedal for, I don't know, but I think it's already been decided because I think I went in there and I blew up the room in the worst way. So it's not going to go my way.
All
Anyways,
had that. We've all had that. I feel like all the things we didn't get to do, sometimes I think, hey, had you become the superstar they all expected you to become at such an early age, I'd be such a little shithead. I think there's some humility in actually living your life, like living your life and having mistakes and having trauma and having all sorts of things. Like they make us better. They make us better
mistakes are
actors.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I tell my students. I say, my acting students, mistakes are opportunities. There are opportunities to grow.
By the way, we didn't mention that on top of everything else that you're doing. So you are acting, you are writing, you are producing, you are fucking modeling in New York City at the height of the height of the height. And you are the top fucking Pilates teacher, one of the top teachers in New York City at No Far. And you also have a acting class, a master's class. How do you describe it?
I teach with Margie Haber's studios, intermediate to, yeah.
I just can't do anything that you can do. I can't wear clothes like you.
Well, I can't do the things that you're doing.
I don't know what I'm
And
doing.
this is why we get to hang out with each other
Yes, you're
because we're
my
not stepping on
stylist.
each other's toes.
Oh, we are not stepping on each other's toes. I can't even like reach your toes. I'm so amazed by everything you do. Also, Miss Kimberly Huie, I don't see you enough because you're so fucking busy. And I mean, I'm not that busy. I'm not that busy. I mean,
I
now
just,
I'm a little busy because this is harder than I thought. I sort of feel like, Lucy on the conveyor belt with the chocolate, like, oh my God, there's another one and we got to do this and I had no idea what was entailed. And I'm doing it independently, not through a studio. So I didn't know how hard it was. But you are so busy and you get it all done and you have time for your friends and you have time for theater and you have time to teach two different modalities and teach acting at such a high level and teach this very I mean, it's not just Pilates. It's a Pilates on another level. It's really intense.
it's pretty amazing. I mean, you know what? It's super dynamic and it's super engaging of body and mind and spirit, honestly. Like
Yeah.
it's a full body workout, but you're also like connecting. That mind-body connection, it's so important.
You know what I like to say? I am the deepest shallow person, or is it the shallowest deep person? It's one or the other, but that's done very well for me.
You know what? If it's not broke it, don't fix it.
You do so much, but what you do more than anything is shine a light of inspiration to everyone that comes into your world. Miss Kimberly Huie, you went back and tore down all these walls in the acting world when so many of us didn't know how to. And then the work that you just never stopped, you never gave up, you believed, you had to find the belief in yourself because that's where it comes first, because we can all lose that for a minute. But we met in our 20s, and I just like, you were fabulous then, but you're like extremely fucking fabulous now. You are sexty. And I just feel like ladies out there, whether you're 30 or 40
Yes.
or 72, I've interviewed Miss Pamela DeBar, 77 years old, on tour. All these women are just fucking breaking all the boundaries of what they think can be accomplished at a certain age. And I wanted to celebrate.
They're just numbers. What I say, I was told there'd be no math. I'm just gonna turn up and be me and be curious and try things and live.
She is one of my best friends, and she's one of the finest, kindest, loveliest, hardworking, super talented, supernova people. I steal from her all the time, and that is the highest compliment a writer can give you because her shit's so good. It's so funny. And I love you, and I can't wait to see what else you are going to do because you are unstoppable.
Well, you can see the Christmas movie coming out. They finally just gave me a title for it.
What is it?
Very Merry Mystery.
Ooh,
It's a Christmas whodunit, a holiday whodunit.
where is it and when?
It will be debuting on OWN December 13th.
Is Oprah your new best friend? Do I have to get a complex?
She kind of is. She doesn't know it yet, but she kind of is.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
You're just
yeah. She
polyamorous.
doesn't know it because we've never met.
Well, you
But
know
she
what?
keeps signing my checks.
God bless her. God bless that woman. Broken so many boundaries herself. So it's amazing. We will be watching. I will be watching everything and anything you do, and any bit of free time my friend has, so that we can spend together and I can just bask in this fantastic.
We're gonna go to
We're
Broadway.
gonna go to Broadway together. Broadway. We're gonna go to
Go
the
to the
theater,
theater.
and we're gonna go to the art shows, and we're gonna walk the streets of New York, and we're gonna have a slumber party, but don't tell nobody. And I'll just say I love you, and thank you so much. Mwah. Lies My Vagina Told Me is hosted by moi, Brigitte Bako, produced by Jacques Telemaque and Leah Sherman, artwork by Leah Sherman, theme and original music by Jack Moore for balladguitar.com. See you next time on Lies My Vagina Told Me.